You are now listening to Mighty Champions Action Figure Radio.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Mighty Champions Action Figure Radio. If you're into toys, collectibles, action figures, and all that sort of thing, you have come to the right place. My name is John Sargent.
And my name is Christian McGann.
As usual, it's another Monday and we got another hot one for you. We are going to play The Price is Right. We have got your news for the week, and then we were also going to do what I presume will be an annual event, the Mighty Champions Thanksgiving Survey. You might have seen this on Instagram. If you did, feel free to play along. Before we get into all that, make sure you're subbed up to the show wherever you're hearing the sound of our voices. Hit that follow, subscribe, whatever that button is, so that you don't miss any episodes. They drop every Monday. And while you've got the app open, leave us a review. It would be much appreciated, and it's the only way that this show grows. If you're on Apple, scroll down to the bottom. You'll see the 5 stars. Give that a little tap ski. If you're on Spotify, hit the little 3 dots. That'll bring up your option to leave us a review there. We are trying to get big and bad, and we want to do stuff with you, give back to the community. The bigger we get, the more likely it is we can do giveaways and things like that, do whatnot sales, do caravan drives to distant toy stores, all that sort of stuff. So you will reap the rewards the bigger we get, but the only way we get bigger is if we get reviews. On that topic, January 17th, New Braunfels, Texas, Retromania. You going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
With a vengeance.
Everybody should be there.
Yeah.
We're heading out. We're buying toys. It's an awesome event. If you can make it to New Braunfels, Texas on January 17th, you ought to come with us. DM us at Mighty Champions on Instagram. Let us know if you are in. We would love to meet as many of you guys as you can. Shake your hands, look into your eyes, and tell you thank you for supporting the show. All right. All the admin is out of the way. How you been?
Pretty good, man. This week is, it's kind of different than the normal weeks. I'm chronically on the go, but this week in particular, I was like, you know what? I am going to take time to just do nothing if I want to do nothing. Because usually I have my one rule during the week as, you know, as a personal trainer. You're training early in the morning, training fairly late into the evening, but there's breaks in between. And in those breaks, generally, my one rule for myself is don't relax, because it's going to kill your momentum. So that's where I get my hitting in, where I get my workouts in most of the time. And this week in particular, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go home and whatever, dude. I'm laying on the couch. I'm going to watch The Sopranos. And that's been this week. So
nice.
It's honestly was just what the doc ordered.
Nice.
You know, 220 milligrams of
chill the F out.
Yes, literally. But,
nice.
Yeah, man, other than that.
Did you pick up any toys?
Dude, I've been eBay window shopping, getting very close. And I don't know why I can't pull the trigger. I don't know what it is, man. I'm on eBay like I'm DJing a set. But nobody's there, and then the plugs aren't working. So I don't know what it is, but man, I almost went crazy on some Power Rangers and some Spider-Man classics, and I don't know why I just couldn't do it, man. And it was funny because I even told myself, if I get an offer for one of these, I'm pulling the trigger. And it was me going through and liking a bunch of things, and it was me liking things that was like, eventually I'm going to get that. I'll watch it, you know, anyway. And it was the ones that I got offers, like I got offers from the ones that were like, I'll get that at some point. So it almost like kept me at bay. But we're going to be going to Chemical Toy Fair tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And that was sort of my justification, right?
Yeah.
Saving my bullets, just in case we come across some
I'm excited about
gas.
that. We got a toy soldier coming with us.
Yeah, man.
On that one. Yeah, I'm excited to go to the Chemical Toy Fair.
Yeah, dude.
I had also an aggressively normal week.
Cool.
Like, just really, really routine. It wasn't chill at all. It was work and workouts and running the house since my girlfriend was traveling. But it was checked all the boxes, hit everything I needed to hit every day. Got all my martial arts classes in. Did some sparring last night, like live round sparring, which was like super fun. And yeah, just like
so that's why you got a black eye.
Yeah, right. I'm actually less beat up than I normally would be, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just incredibly just physically tired for sure. Just it's been a hard workout week. But as far as toys go, the only thing I found was the Terminator 2 Judgment Day NECA Ultimate T1000, which it's a $17 figure. It's like 6 years old or something.
You found it at Ross.
It's at Ross, sorry. Yeah. It's a 10-year-old figure. The only reason I'm even bringing up that I found it, because it's kind of like I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. It's just sort of felt like I couldn't leave a man behind.
Sure.
The only reason I'm bringing it up is because I manifested it on the last episode. We talked about this figure in particular, and then for the first time ever, I saw it at Ross, and it was the only NECA Ultimate in there. It was just really weird. Like,
it's also really weird that if it's 10 years old...
It's a 10-year-old figure. It says 2015 on the
That makes it even crazier.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
odd powers, my friend.
Yeah, I just have this really crazy manifestation power. So whatever we're going to talk about today, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled because
That's crazy.
I'm going to find it.
I didn't know it was that old. That makes it weird.
I didn't think it was either because it's been kicking around in Target like since maybe like a year ago is when the last time I stopped seeing it in Target.
Wow.
But I think it's just going to be another random background cop. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just bought it because I liked the movie and thought it was cool.
Makes sense.
And it was cheap, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Okay, let's get into the Q&A. You had gotten a question from somebody about guilty pleasure toys.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like asking me kind of what guilty pleasure toys would I get, would you get? And I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but it was like all of this is guilty pleasure. He mentioned like Barbies and stuff like that, like something you wouldn't want to tell your friends, and I don't have one of those, and I don't think you do either, right?
I don't know about wouldn't tell my friends. Like, I put pretty much my entire life is on Front Street. I don't really have any secrets of any kind. Like, even embarrassing stuff I look at as like, well, that'd be a funny story. But I will say that I'm old enough that when I was a kid, none of my interests were cool.
Right.
Wrestling, superheroes, Star Wars, like Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles was mainstream with like the other kids, but most of my interest made you lame as a kid, and I kept it all to myself. Like for the most part, especially wrestling. You just didn't want the smoke of like, that's fake, or like you just before the like late 90s, you just didn't talk about wrestling with anybody unless you knew that they were into it, because that was something you just didn't want the smoke. You just were not going to have a good time if you told somebody that was one of your interests.
Interesting.
But as an adult, I don't think there's anything that I'm like, there's stuff where I'm like, I wouldn't talk to somebody about this because they don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Which is also almost everything.
Right.
But I don't know if there's anything that I'm like, no one can ever know about my porcelain clown collection.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have any of those, but I think if I had anything that was like off the beaten path of what I would normally collect, it would be almost in the same way that like my girlfriend approaches toy buying, which is just buying things that you just like right away. So she has like a pretty wide catalog of all kinds of different things where like my mind is blown almost every time, where like I'll know what she'll want and then randomly she'll surprise me and get something new. But I don't know, probably like Peanuts action figures or something like that. Or like,
you're a Peanuts guy?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like Snoopy and Charlie Brown, like there's something comforting about that. So I think that probably
Charles Schultz is from my hometown, so Peanuts is like huge. There's like statues and museums about it.
That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I mean, I think it's popular right now. I've been seeing a lot more, obviously, around like, if I go to Home Goods with her or something like that, it's always like on blankets and stuff. But I'd say probably something like that would be kind of like off the beaten path, maybe even like McDonald's toys or something, something that's like just like tchotchke type things that are like Looney Tunes or something like that. It's probably where I would say.
Yeah, I don't have anything that I would call guilty.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's probably a lot of little tchotchke knick-knack kind of stuff like that I'd be like, I wasn't planning to buy this, but yeah, let's...
Yeah, and I think because we have, we have a shelf above our TV that's small, and it's like kind of turned out to be a perfect little spot where it's just laced with like Looney Tune toys, or like, for her, she has like some Powerpuff Girls, and then I've got the Beetleborgs and a couple of 90s Power Rangers. So just, I don't know, when I'm watching TV, I just look up and I just got a big smile on my face as I'm wearing a onesie.
Snuggie. Love it. All right, let's dive into The Price is Right.
Okay, holy crap.
What does it say right up there?
Bonus game.
Do you know how to play the bonus game?
I don't.
You do not. I shall explain that there is a prize hidden here, one here, one here, and one here. I'm going to give you a chance to win all 4 of those prizes. I hope that you win the prize beside which the window says bonus, because one of these 4 windows will have the words bonus in it before we're through. If you win the prize beside the window in which it says bonus, what do you suppose you get?
I don't know.
You get the bonus prize. What do you suppose the bonus prize is?
I would hope so.
You would hope what?
A car.
A car, you would
Yes,
hope?
I would...
Why don't you hope again, Krista?
Okay.
It's right over there. It's a new family room group.
All right, we are going to play The Price is Right. You guys are familiar with the game if you ever stayed home from school before. Basically, we each came to the table with 5 items. We looked up the prices of them on eBay or other. And then we're going to task the other person with guessing the price, and whoever gets the closest without going over gets a point. And if you get within 10%, you get an extra point.
Okay.
Okay? Understand the rules?
Understood.
You ready to try to win a new car?
I'm ready.
All right, you want to go first, or
So
we're gonna present, guess, and that's a round.
Okay, so I give one, and then you give me one,
Yeah.
and then we move to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go first then. I'll
Okay.
start it off.
Okay.
This one was challenging because I was like, I'm already trying to think about what you're doing. I'm like, okay, let me put myself.
I came up with 5 things before I thought of the game around it.
Okay.
So I don't know, hard, easy, I don't know.
Yeah, I just was like thinking about what you were going to do and see if I could get out in front of that, but I just don't know. So my first one is vintage Star Wars AFA graded Luke Stormtrooper Power of the Force from 1985, mint on card.
Power of the Force was being made in 1985.
Let me double check that. That's an eBay pool.
I don't think that's accurate.
Ooh, then I may have. You may be right on that.
I don't think that's accurate. But Power of the Force graded. What was it grade? What's the grade on it?
No, it's the Power of the Force is what the.
But is it 1985?
It is a.
Do you have a picture of it?
I do have a picture of it, but I'm not going to show you.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
like,
give you any.
you zoom in on the back of the box.
I'm going to zoom in.
You should be able to see the year. I don't think they were making Power of the Force in 1985. I could be wrong.
It just says the Power of the Force on it. It's Kenner. So
it's Kenner, and that's the
yeah.
title
Star
of
Wars,
okay.
the Power of the Force.
Okay. So give me the whole title again.
Yes. So we're gonna go with a vintage Star Wars AFA graded Luke Stormtrooper Power of the Force 1985.
Okay.
And it's a mint on card. And,
Okay. Kenner 85.
Okay. And here's where it's gonna kind of blow your mind a little bit. It's a 60. So it's not
Graded
great.
at a 60.
Yeah.
Oh
so
man, that really throws me
Yeah.
off. Okay, it's very expensive. Is it punched or unpunched? Well, if it's 60, it's probably punched.
That's a good question.
Like, can you see the
It is
little...
punched.
It's
Yes,
punched, okay.
it is punched.
And it's Luke Skywalker in the Stormtrooper outfit, but like with Mark Hamill's head.
Correct.
Okay.
And to give you a little bit more insight, it's the line where they came with coins.
Okay, so those are pretty highly sought after.
Yep.
I think this one is probably 5 digits.
Okay.
But it's not 6 digits. I'm going to say $14,000.
Okay. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Do I tell you?
Yeah.
You're way off. So I built the average of the last 2 or 3 that were sold on eBay. The average price, $1,531.66.
1,500?
1,500.
Oh, it's way over.
Yeah.
Way over. I was just picturing it with like a spotlight and it's spinning.
Yeah. No, it looks good. It looks good.
Okay, no point for me.
Now, if we were going based off what people are selling them for versus this is what they were sold for.
Right. Yeah.
Then it's a different story. Yeah, people were probably, I think from what I saw,
asking
they were asking like over $3,000 and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it is higher.
Yeah.
All right, what you got for me?
All right. We're starting things off. Jack's Pacific. Okay. 2006. Rocky line.
Oof, okay.
Rocky 3 2-pack with Rocky Balboa and Thunder Lips. So Sylvester Stallone and Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Okay, in his first movie appearance.
Okay.
It's mint on card. And I've got the last sold here. Just the one last sold here. So Rocky 3, Balboa versus Thunder Lips 2-pack, mint on card, 2006, Jack's Pacific.
Okay. 2006. It's Hulk Hogan. And then Rocky.
Are you saying Hogan?
Maybe. Hulk Hogan.
Hogan, Hogan.
Yeah. Crap. Okay. I'm going $325.
Whoa. 138.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking I was going low.
I thought that's why I put this one first, because the slab of beef from that line goes for about $130. So I thought for sure that one was going to be huge. Evidently not.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially after Hogan just passed, pretty crazy.
That's kind of niche, though. So that's why I was like, well, maybe.
That line is so expensive on the aftermarket, though.
Wow.
Like, so expensive on the aftermarket.
Okay.
All right, what else you got for me?
All right, here we go. We got a sealed X-Men movie, Storm, from, obviously, the X-Men movie from 2000. It's Toy Biz.
Toy Biz. Sealed Storm, like the blue package. Is it silver box? Or red?
That's a good question. I should have written that down because
there's... Actually, you know who wised me up to this? Samantha.
Okay.
Told me that there's 2 different boxes, so then I've
there are 2 different boxes, yeah.
Okay. Storm. So Halle Berry, not the most popular character from those movies.
So the red one would likely be red.
Which is the less
valuable
one.
Yeah.
Sealed, just mint on card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say... And is this the most recent sold?
One of them, yeah.
I'm going to say $19.
Ooh, man. That's very close. I'm going to give you a point because that's more accurate.
Okay.
But $5.
What?
Was one of the last sells.
What?
Yes, dude. That line just does not raise in value.
Oh my god.
Like even things that you would think would be freaking like the Statue of Liberty head, it's like $34 or something like that.
I don't know
so
how you haven't just
$5.
Clean sweep the mint on card collection.
I know. Well, what was funny is I was going to try to challenge you with a lot. There was I think like 5 or 6 of them that sold for like $50 or something like that.
That would have been tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Curveball.
Okay.
Curveball round. So I've got a point. You're giving me a point
I'm
on that?
giving you a point for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's your chance at a point. I picked this one because it's right up your street.
Okay.
Sealed new 3-pack Naked Gun collection.
Holy crap. They have toys?
No.
Okay.
All 3 Naked Gun movies,
the movies.
on VHS.
Okay.
Sealed. You got Naked Gun 22 and a half, and Naked Gun 33 and a third.
Dang it, I didn't know we were
set.
Okay, I didn't know we were going outside of
Collectibles,
toys.
man.
Okay, darn it, I would have got you on some good ones then.
Sold together in its own other box that's sealed.
Okay. I'm going $29.99.
Oh my god, you're so close. $23.98.
Yes. Okay.
You spotted me a point. I'll spot you.
Okay. All right.
So we're tied up at 1. No more spotting.
Okay.
No more spotting. If it's over, it's over.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this one's interesting. It's gonna challenge your memory, but I'm not gonna say from where.
I get hit in the head a lot, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then hopefully it wasn't that long ago. So we're gonna see from what it looks like. Okay, we're going Trendmasters 1998 Ultimate Godzilla.
It's just a single Godzilla figure. Is it in box?
Yes.
The movie Godzilla.
Correct. 1998, the movie.
Most recent sold.
I'll give you maybe I wouldn't.
No, give me nothing.
Okay.
1998 movie Godzilla, which is I thought one of your hot takes was going to have to do with that. I'm going to say, how big is it? Can you tell me that?
The biggest one they put out.
Okay, so it's a floor monster.
Yeah.
Is it bigger than the dog?
Just about probably the same height.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say...
Maybe actually as long, maybe too. Yeah.
I'm going to say $97.
Whoa. Are you serious? That's insulting. You're way off. This is the average price. $316.
Holy crap.
But the last one, I had to average it out between like 2 or 3, and one of them was like $500.
Whoa.
So...
Okay, so I'm $200 off.
Yeah.
On this next one, you have to be closer than me without going over, and then you'll get a point.
Before you get into that, that was at Retromania.
Oh, really?
It was $500 in box at the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you can steal this point. It's a book. It's a comic book.
Okay.
It's a graphic novel. It's drawn by Alex Ross. And it's written by Paul Dini.
Okay, Batman War on Crime.
Batman War on Crime. I want to know the current new price on Amazon.
Okay.
So not last sold on eBay. If you were to open Amazon and go to buy that right now.
$49.99.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're close. $861.48.
No.
Yep.
There's no way. I have that book.
I know, dude. It's last sold on eBay for like $35. But if you go to try to buy it on Amazon right now, it's $861.
There's got to be like a...
And then it says pre-owned $35.
There's an error or something like that.
That's what it's... I've had it in my watch list forever, and I thought that it was some mythical thing that was unobtainable until I started putting together this list and saw it elsewhere, because I've been staring at that price for years.
Dude, I was thinking I was going too high with $49.99. But I was like, okay, maybe it's, because it is amazing. It's one of the most...
So I get a point, because I was closer than you.
Yeah, I guess so. Holy moly.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. So we're going with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Auto Morphin White Ranger. And this is vintage.
Okay.
So it's from the early 90s.
Okay, Bandai.
Bandai, correct.
And it's the White Ranger?
The White Ranger.
Okay. And you said auto?
Auto Morphin.
Auto Morphin, okay. White Ranger. That's going to be the most expensive one for sure. Is it in its mint?
Yes.
I'm going to say $86.
Okay. $325.
Holy cow.
It was a range. I went with the high range, but the
Okay.
range was like $275 to $325.
Okay.
Yeah. Man,
All right.
we suck.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Okay.
Autographed
Okay.
by Jason David Frank. Green Ranger from the 1994 Bandai, OG series.
Okay.
Mint on card.
Wow. 1,200.
240.
Dang it, man. We suck, bro.
So I was closer without going over on that one. I get a point.
Oh my God. I'm almost certain I passed that. And I
can't believe we both did. Power
When I
Rangers.
thought about it, I'm like, okay, well, he's not here anymore. So
Yeah.
then maybe it shot up in value or whatever.
Yeah, and for the longest time, he was the only Power Ranger that was about it. He was like, I'm a Power Ranger. I'm going to go do signings and hospital visits. And he had an MMA fight. And he was his banner thing said the White Ranger on it or whatever. He was proud to be a Power Ranger. You know what I mean? Which I think is cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. And like the Red Ranger shows up to stuff now, and you could tell he's just paying bills. He's not
sure.
like,
Yeah.
It's a little different story.
All right.
Last one.
Last one. Here we go. So.
Last one for you.
Yep. I went with the 2009 Hasbro G.I. Joe, your favorite movie, The Rise of Cobra.
I hate you so much.
5-pack.
A 5-pack of a-holes. I don't even want to know who it is. I don't even care. $1, Bob.
That's it?
Yeah, I would say $1.
Surprisingly, $175.
For who?
I don't
For
know.
who?
I was
Marlon Wayans?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm zooming in. I have no idea who any of these characters are.
There's not that many movies I hate. I hate that movie.
Well, there you go.
Oh my
I was so
God.
blown away by that. You know how I found that? I went to Dallas Vintage Toys website, and it was selling for $175 on there.
That's unreal to me. That's the most shocking revelation.
I mean, if you think about it, like, that movie probably had, like, its fans. You know, like, you have an 8-year-old in 2009. God. That's their G.I. Joe.
Crap.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Predator Badlands. Badlands is to Predator what Rise of Cobra is to G.I. Joe. Like that,
Wow.
and like, people like it. Like I talked to a bunch more people this week that are like, "Oh man, it's so good," and I'm like, "You have poor taste."
Wow.
Okay, last one. Mint on card. DC Universe Classics. The entire Giganta wave.
Oh, crap.
So you've got Gentleman Ghost.
Okay.
You've got Mr. Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 different parademons. I think it's a blue and a white. You've got Vigilante.
Oh, my God.
And you've got Commander Steel.
Oh, beautiful.
They're
lineup.
all mint on card, and plus it builds Giganta.
$449.
Oh, $549.
Dang.
You get a point.
Okay.
You get a point on
All
that
right.
one. I think that puts us at 2-2.
I think so. So if you
So
tie,
we tied.
we both suck. Dude,
I had no idea how that was going to go.
That's crazy, man. Like, so because I was trying to get ahead and be like, okay, what is he doing? I'm like, I have no idea what to research. Because I was like, he's probably just going to pull things out of anywhere.
I just pulled out a complete and utter thin air. I was trying to keep it kind of in your realm a little bit.
See, I was going to do that. I was going to like look at like wrestling rings and stuff like that just to see. But then I wanted to also kind of like throw you off. I was looking at like Dino Riders and some of those like way more obscure
You could have
lines.
gone into an area where I would have just been looking at you with question marks going, I have
Exactly.
no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
That way it had to force you to be like, okay, what would something like this, based off of everything that we've seen?
Yeah.
But,
All right, let's get
Man.
into the news.
Well, LexCorp's going down. Whether it's me or Superman, who does it?
If it's Superman, that makes it news, and I'll be happy to print it.
All right, it's actually a little bit of a full news week this week. We've been having some light ones recently. Let's start things off with wrestling. So we saw today, as of recording, some pictures of the Ultimate Shawn Michaels, the fan channel one, or the, what do they call it, the fan takeover one that is on Amazon for pre-order as I speak. Hopefully it's still there by the time you're hearing this. I love this figure. This is like 1995 Shawn Michaels, which is like peak babyface, like Royal Rumble winning, like not peak. I mean, he has like 9 different peaks, but like I'm a sucker for my fronters, and I struggle to resist to buy new versions of my fronters that I don't need.
Yeah.
And this is one of those for sure. They usually do 2 different fan takeover ones, and the other one is The Rock, and it's in his final boss outfit from WrestleMania 40. Looks good. I don't need another Rock, and if I did, it's probably not that one, but I do think it looks good, and I like these black boxes. I think those look really cool. We also got some images for the Greatest Hits Series 10, which is Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, the final boss Rock in street clothes. That one's actually more appealing to me because of that segment where he was beating Cody up in the rain was like just, Martin Scorsese, pure cinema. And then we also have another John Cena, which looks like all the other John Cenas, but blue. And that's pretty much the wrestling reveals. Let's see, McFarlane I think today showed off the Dark Knight's metal Batman Who Laughs in purple. So there you go. Let's see, what else do we've got from Boss Fight Studios? What is this line called? The Hero Hacks 1/18th scale, which I don't know what that translates to. I don't know if that's 3 3/4 or taller than that. But they showed off a Conan the Barbarian that looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big Conan the Barbarian fan, and maybe someday he'll find his way into my collection in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if it's going to be this one, but I'm on the lookout for something that's like ringing my bell as far as that goes. And then they also showed off a Hellboy that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
They look like they're a little taller than 3 3/4, like a little more articulated too.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to tell from these like glamour shots because they're so zoomed in.
Right.
And then let's see, Jada Toys came with the Thunder today when they showed off E-Honda, which I believe the newest launching for pre-order on Monday the 24th. So same day that the podcast comes out, jump over to probably Big Bad Toy Store and grab E-Honda as fast as you can. He looks pulled out of the video game. He's got the I forget the name of his hand, move that my girlfriend destroys me at this game with because all she does is troll the same button the entire time. But it's such a cool effect piece, and he looks really just big and menacing. Looks like it could go through a car windshield. Love that. We've also got, I missed from Boss Fight Studios, also in that Epic Hacks wave, they showed off a Frankenstein's monster and a CGT combat drone. I like this thing that's going on in toys now where people are leaning into public domain like monsters and creating entire toy lines out of it. Like the Operation Monster Force that the Big Bad Toy Store is producing. Fantastic. I don't know how we haven't really put some time and effort into that. And then the last thing that I've got here that already went up for pre-order is the Mezco Leader, which looks like it will pair phenomenally with that Incredible Hulk.
That looks good.
I mean, you'd be over $200 into figures on these two things. But if Hulk versus Leader is your absolute jam, then there you go, because it looks like real life. It honestly looks like better than the movie one by a million miles.
For sure.
But yeah, that's the news that I had today. Did you find anything?
Nothing, dude. I mean, like you said, it's pretty dry. I would imagine next month there's probably going to be a little bit of a ramp up.
Yeah. The other thing to keep your eyes peeled for is just sales. Like Big Bad Toy Store had a sale
Black
going
Friday
on.
coming up.
Entertainment Earth had a sale going on. Ringside Collectibles always has a huge Black Friday sale that starts early and runs long and gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes peeled for that sort of stuff. All right, but that covers the news. Now it is time for the Mighty Champions Thanksgiving Survey.
Yo, Hulkamaniacs! It's Thanksgiving night, and this is the happiest time of year for all the maniacs, brother. You know, me and all my little Hulksters, we got a lot of things to be thankful for. Number one, we're thankful for being happy and very healthy. We're thankful for having time to share with our loved ones. We're also thankful that Hulkamania is still the strongest force in the universe. And after the turkey's done, after the blessings are all done, I can tell you what the Hulkster's mostly happy about. It's Survivor Series time, and I'm thankful for my team of Hulkamaniacs.
All right, we have never done this before, and basically what we're going to do is we've got a little 15-question survey here, and we're just going to run through it and answer some of these questions, and it's all about gratitude and nostalgia and collectibles. So let's start things off. Actually, you guys can play along. These questions are on the Instagram at Mighty Champion, so you can see them as we're going through them, and you can play along with your answers. It's just kind of thought-provoking about the stuff you grew up with and the things that you're thankful for. So number one, Christian, give me one real-life thing that you are genuinely thankful for this year.
Yeah, man. I obviously, like, my family, girlfriend, those are just going to go without saying. But I think in particular, man, I think just everything in my life right now, because it's just like I'm doing everything that I set out to do. like a decade ago. So to be able to like live and breathe in like fulfillment, essentially like doing everything that I set out that I mean, obviously I worked incredibly hard to get to this point, but yeah, man, just like slowing down for a second and just thinking about that and being like, holy crap, man, like I'm incredibly grateful for everything that's in front of me right now. And, obviously, there's always more to gain, but in particular, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, it's like closer to that tail end of the year. So slowing down and just being grateful for what's in front of me, I think is yeah, man, that's where I'm at.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm going to basically echo what you said, but the inverse, right?
Okay.
We spend a lot of time talking about the podcast, or I talk about being able to do martial arts, or I own a business and all these things, the podcast and what good that all is for my brain and these accomplishments. Because I'm so busy, I need to have a lot of downtime that is very intentional, and it's the girlfriend and the dog and that time that helps me recover to be able to do all of that. And I really couldn't do any of that if I didn't have her backing me up.
Sure.
So they are where home is. You know what I mean? Wherever that's at doesn't matter to me, but wherever they're at, that's home. So for me, it's that in my house family, and then that I get to travel next week and go see my extended family, right? So that's like my favorite thing to do every year. And as we get further into the survey, I'll dive into why specifically. Obviously, they're my family, but like the fun aspect of it. But yeah, so kind of two sides of the same coin. Okay, number 2, give me one toy or line or company you were most thankful for back in the day.
I mean, this goes without saying, I'm a broken record on this podcast, but I love what I love. And this one I'm going to go with the company, and the company's Toy Biz.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's everything.
Yeah, man.
It was everything in my house. All my toys, for the most part, obviously, were Toy Biz. And that was the one logo that it was just like, you just knew it was going to be good.
Just seal of happiness.
Exactly. And just like opening up like we were talking about it the other day, opening up the comic books from back in like the early 2000s that came with the Marvel Legends toys, and seeing all of the ads in there, and it was just like Toy Biz, Toy Biz, Toy Biz, and I'm just like, man, what a good life.
Dude, somebody on Reddit a couple of days ago posted this really cool photo of a Hulk that had like really good lighting and like ambience, smoke, all this kind of stuff. And the caption of the post said, "It's not better than the Maximum, but I like it." And I looked at it and I was like, it is better than the Maximum. That's the coolest Hulk I've ever seen. And I spent a bunch of time looking up what it was. It was the Toy Biz 2-pack Hulk.
No, that's the one, man. That's the best Hulk.
I was like, that's the best Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
Yep.
Like, until that Mezco one comes out, but like from a price difference,
for sure,
then that Toy Biz 2-pack Hulk is the best Hulk.
Absolutely.
It has not been beaten. I was blown away by that.
Agreed. How about you?
Okay, the one that I'm thankful for back in the day, just based on like the memories and just like when I close my eyes and think about it, is Hasbro WWF. I don't just collect the figures. I have a book about the figures. I'm looking into replacing this rug that's under our feet with one that is Hasbro WWF figures.
That's sick.
I just there were things that I collected more of that will probably come up over the course of this, but that's the one that I thought about the most. And one big thing that was huge in my life was renting VHSs, like WWF VHSs, and going back and watching Hulkamania number 6 or WrestleMania 5 or whatever the case may be. And those VHSs would be littered with the commercials for Hasbro WWF figures. The marketing campaign worked, and it still works on me. I can picture Jesse Ventura pounding on the desk, and they just have the most powerful nostalgic hold over me, and it stems from that childhood era. And they were the first thing that I started recollecting when I started recollecting. So for me, it's Hasbro WWF for sure. Okay, number 3, one toy line or company you're most thankful for now as an adult man, grown up.
Same thing, dude. Toy Biz and the toy line in general, Marvel Legends. Obviously, like I said, I'm a broken record, but I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have that. And like, I owe it all. It's almost one of those things where it's like, I wouldn't fanboy that much, but like if I met somebody that worked at Toy Biz during that time, like I probably would shed a tear.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, dude, can I get a photo with you?
Yeah.
You know, like I would love to learn about that. Like if Toy Biz was still operating right now, which I never really looked up the history, and maybe that's an episode segment that we need to do is like the Toy Biz history about like why they went out of business, because they had so many different lines at the time. And just thinking about that now, man, it's like, man, if they were still operating in this moment, like what would it be like, and could I go tour the facility?
Yeah.
You know, how about you?
The one that's keeping me the most happy right now is Hasbro.
Yeah.
Hasbro just is delivering on a grander scale than everybody else for me these days. Marvel Legends rarely ever disappoint me. They're not perfect.
Yeah.
There's little problems. We talked about it. I had like a pretty good rant last week. They're not perfect, but they consistently drop something that has me excited, at least one thing.
For sure.
That keeps me going and keeps me excited. And then they're also like G.I. Joe Classifieds, I think, are the best figures being produced. It has a lot to do with that there's no one to pay, right? You have to pay Marvel for Spider-Man. You have to pay Randy Orton when you make a figure of him. There's no one to pay if you make a Cobra Commander. So they put that money into those figures, which is good on Hasbro. They've got the most positives and the least negatives, and just a consistent conveyor belt of happiness for me. So like right now today, Hasbro's like keeping me the most happy.
Love it.
Okay, number 4, your all-time favorite Thanksgiving food.
A little bit of a hot take, but not the biggest Thanksgiving food fan.
Really?
I know, dude. I don't know, man. Like, it's like I'm okay to have it once a year, and outside of that,
There's like 100 things on the table.
that's true, but I just don't crave it like some people do. You know. But if I had to go with something, I would say mac and cheese is like by far. I think that's what I'm gonna make this year. Dude, I'm thinking I'm gonna...
I recently found out that I was lactose intolerant, and I've never taken a what do people take?
L.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant like
the pill.
The pill. Okay, I literally thought you were saying like I've never taken a bigger L. My bad. Yeah, the lactose pills.
The Lactaid. That's what I was going for.
Lactaid,
I think this year I'm going to be a Lactaid guy because I'm not eating macaroni and cheese. I'm not doing it.
Yes, yeah, that's good. But my mom is also an incredible cook and baker. So I would say really the biggest thing is, whatever kind of dessert that she whips up, but also her homemade bread, like legendary homemade bread. I would grind it up and snort it.
Dude, you have stuff you're looking forward to.
I do. That's it. That's it. Really, that's it. Yeah.
For me, again, I'm the inverse. If I was allowed to say all of it, I would say all of it, except for turkey. I don't really care about turkey.
Turkey's fine. Yeah, it's like I'm stoked that it's lean protein.
I usually go ham. There's always a turkey and ham on the table. There's been years where I didn't even have turkey on my plate, and my uncles are giving me crap for it, being like, "You're not eating any turkey. What's up with you?" And I'm like, "I don't care about turkey.
Yeah.
If you give me everything, all the carbs and oh my god." So I went with the candied yams.
Okay.
As my answer. I've got a cousin who, like, when I see her, she could tell in the look in my eyes. I'm not even going to say hi to her. I'm like, start making them candied yams right now, because you take a bunch of sweet potatoes and throw in some, like, pecans and marshmallows and, like, I think she puts orange juice in it, and then just, like, sticks that in the crock pot until it turns into basically, like, syrup. Oh, my God, dude.
Candy yams sounds like a toy line. Candy yams.
Oh my God, so good.
Nice.
Okay, give me number 5, a food-themed figure that you love.
That one was hard to think about because it was like there's not a lot of them that exist, but really the biggest one that I'm going to go with is just obviously the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their love for pizza. I mean,
I thought for sure you were going to go the Nuggets.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. The Nuggets are amazing. With the Nuggets with their freaking, they look hilarious.
Like vampire Nuggets.
The vampire Nuggets. That one's, okay, that's an honorable mention, but I think just like the fact that the TMNT love pizza so much. I mean, I feel that on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
So.
I had a feeling you might go there, and I also felt like it was just kind of, I wanted to think a little deeper.
Okay.
I went with I think like maybe 1-year-old, 2-year-old WWE Ultimate Gobbledygooker, who is a turkey.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you the story of this legend.
I'm looking for it in your room. I'm like, where is it?
I don't own the figure, but
Okay.
I think it's amazing that it exists. So, legendary story. So, every November, WWE does a pay-per-view called the Survivor Series.
Okay.
And it used to be, I think, on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So they teased for weeks and weeks leading up to the Survivor Series, and I want to say in like the late 80s, a gigantic egg on the stage, like the size of like this room.
Wow.
Like a huge, like the size of a Volkswagen egg. And for weeks it was like, what's in the egg? And then they get to the Survivor Series, and you're like, they're gonna reveal what's in this egg, and it's gonna be either a big scary monster, or Ric Flair has defected from WCW, or some kind of major surprise, but you will recognize it when you see it for sure. And then here comes Mean Gene. He's like, let's see what's in this egg. He says egg really weird. And then the egg busts open, and it's just a dude in a turkey suit, and his name is Gobbledygooker. And
How long ago was this?
Like the 80s.
Oh, this was the 80s. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it came out like 2
No,
years
the
ago.
figure came out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
And then he gets in the ring and like dances, and there's like hoedown music, and then that's it. And then he's popped up throughout the years as a remember that terrible thing that happened, or like, you know, oh, it's a 30-year anniversary or whatever kind of thing. But like, one of the worst things that has ever taken place, and the fact that it has a figure, is hysterical to me.
That is pretty funny.
And at that same event was the debut of The Undertaker. That figure is from a 2-pack with The Undertaker.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's like, do I really have to be in the...
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Speaking of which, number 6, your personal turkey award, which goes to just any terrible figure.
Obviously, I was going to look at McFarlane, but I will... Obviously, right? Like, I went
Penguin?
I went straight to McFarlane. I figured you might pick that one. But you know what? McFarlane stepped their game up.
They have
right?
recently.
And I think that, to me, is like, it's an honorable. It's like, man, you've lived to fight another day. And so I was like, okay, well, what else do I really pay attention to? And to be honest, man, like, these are really recent, but holy crap, dude. One of the more recent Marvel Legends lines that just came out, and then like a solo figure, but Owl, whoever that is.
I can't even picture.
It's like from the Spider-Man.
Oh, it's with the Spider-Man Not So Retro card?
Yeah, something like that. Hypno Hustler.
Yeah. No, these aren't even released yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
they were just announced.
And
yeah.
then Nimrod.
Yeah.
The purple or pink and white. I'm like, God, those look so bad, man. Those are almost like toy deterrents for me.
Okay.
Those are mine. I think they look terrible. I think it's a waste of plastic.
Yeah, fair. I went with Toy Biz.
You sucker.
Marvel Legends Elektra Series 4.
Okay.
That is
it's a bad figure.
Horrendous figure with the giant joint in the middle of her neck.
Yeah.
And then like on those older Toy Bizes, the paint app can sometimes look really, really cool on like, say, Thing, where it's like gradient.
Yeah.
But it peels off and like flakes off, and having that giant hole in the middle of her neck plus the head sculpt is atrocious.
It's bad.
It doesn't even look like a human being.
I thought we were going with stuff that came out this year. Otherwise, I would have dug a little bit deeper. You had to take a shot at something I'm thankful for.
I don't know why you thought that.
Samantha has that one.
She has it?
Yeah, she's got it.
That's
She's
one of
got
the
it in box.
worst figures in human history. That is so bad. Okay, number 7, the figure you regret not getting when you were younger.
See, this is tough because it's like I regret it, but I still just didn't have the means for it. But I remember seeing it and then just almost feeling like there was this emptiness when I looked at it. Like I was looking at something from behind a barbed wire fence. And it was the Toy Biz X-Men 5-pack and the Toy Biz Urban Legends 5-pack.
Yeah.
You know, which the Urban Legends, Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil,
Oh, God.
Bullseye, and Elektra. I mean, like, are you freaking
I feel like
kidding
you
me?
need that. I think you need to double up on that now. You need a loose one and a unbox one.
I agree.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see how you would carry the hurt of that for a lifetime.
I mean, I just remember specifically, like, standing in the Walmart toy aisle, holding it in my hand and just staring at it for probably 10 minutes. And then just, like, putting it as far back underneath the aisle as I could, because it was just like, if I can't, no one can.
Yeah. Okay, the one I regret not getting when I was younger, I'm going to actually, before I get to the one, I'm going to tell you two stories of other things.
Perfect.
So one is a Dick Tracy watch.
Sick.
So here we are, 2025, and on my left wrist is an Apple Watch, which will do video calls, text messages. It has SIRI. It can do everything in the world. In the year 1991, that did not exist.
Why did you spell that out?
So that it doesn't activate.
Oh, okay. I was all...
And it doesn't activate for every single person listening to the podcast.
Wow.
In the year 1991, that technology did not exist. But the movie Dick Tracy depicted a watch that you could talk to and would do all of these sorts of things. And I didn't know that it didn't exist. I'd just seen it in a movie. And my aunt asked me what I wanted for Christmas. And I told her I want Dick Tracy's watch that you can talk to. And she at least told me that she searched far and wide looking for this Dick Tracy watch. And she was besought with guilt that she couldn't find it.
Amazing.
It didn't occur to her, it doesn't exist. This technology is ludicrous in 1991. She just knew that I was disappointed. So then she just took me on a shopping spree instead.
You looking at the camera and winking?
The other thing is, one year my mom decided that she was going to get into sewing. She got really, really into, she had like lost her job, and so she was home and she was into sewing. And she said, tell me what you want me to make you, and I can make anything, is what she told me. And I said, I want a Batman blanket. And she was like, okay, yeah, I could do that. And I was like the cover of the movie, which is, I think, the most iconic image that has ever happened in this earth. It was just the black background with the gold metallic 1989 Batman logo. I wanted a giant, heavy throw blanket, like the one you get from the Mexican guy on the side of the road that normally has like a tiger on it. I wanted that thing, but the cover of the VHS image. And she was like, I got you. I can do this. Then weeks or months or years, I don't know, because I was a kid, went by, and she was like, I can't do that. That's impossible. So instead, she made me a tracksuit that was like two colors, and none of it like lined up, and it didn't fit. She was not as good at sewing as she thought she was.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
But the figures, because this was a tricky one for me, because as an adult, I feel like I have replaced everything that I wouldn't have gotten as a kid.
Sure.
And even though I didn't grow up rich, we weren't poor, but we weren't rich. I never wanted for anything. I asked for it, I pretty much got it.
Yeah.
But one thing that I always remembered wanting, and I just either never asked, or I just thought maybe it would pop up at Christmas or something, and it just never did, is Karate Fighters. You probably don't even know what Karate Fighters are. You know what Rock'em Sock'em Robots are.
Yeah.
Karate Fighters are two guys opposing each other with a button, but the legs swing around.
Okay.
And it was heavily advertised on WWF in like 95, 96. The pay-per-views were brought to you by Karate Fighters. So it was just being blasted into my eyeballs.
Dang.
And I think it was so prevalent in advertising that I just thought for sure some adult must know that I want this. And I think I just never broadcasted it, and it just never happened. And I would honestly love to have them right here, right now, to kick your head off with.
Wow.
They're so cool.
I mean, have you looked them up on eBay?
I've never seen them in like a store or anything. So like they just were like a repressed memory as I was doing this.
Wow.
I never thought to look for them until I was.
I had one of those pop up later on in this episode.
Okay, number 8, a figure you'd like to give thanks to for kicking off or shaping your collection.
So mine, mentioned it before. The Toy Biz Spider-Man Classics Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man.
The one that was going to change the financial future of your life.
Yes, because
your whole family.
It came with the comic book that on PBS or whatever it was that we were watching was like, this comic goes for $100,000. And I was like, I have that in my room currently. Let me just run and go get it. But yeah, that one changed the course of history, of my future. And like even just looking at it now, because I recently rebought it. And I talked about it on this episode of like traveling into like this weird liminal space neighborhood of houses that look exactly the same off this weird road that I travel all the time that you would never know this neighborhood is back there, with an old lady just waiting outside holding in her hand.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, hello. And she was just like levitating. And I'm just like, how much? For $20.
Yeah.
And it was like purely, not even just she was a reseller. It was just like, this was my brother's when he, like 30 years ago, whatever. It's 25 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just like really kind of the surreal moment of just like chasing down this thing that meant everything. And then getting it back. And thankfully the toy, it was very yellowed. Like the box was very yellowed. But yeah, just looking at it right now, it's just like, it's the thing that you salute in the morning before you leave to work.
Yeah, love it. The one that I want to give thanks to for kicking it all off is just Playmates Raphael. Just like, there's stuff that comes up that I'll talk about where I'll say, like, a kid didn't stand a chance against it. The image of TMNT Raphael, like, there's a reason that Ninja Turtles has lasted as long as it has, and it's just the minute I learned that the Ninja Turtles existed, I was hooked for life. And the first one that I ever got was Raphael, and like, I don't know, just like I think I would have said my favorite color is red when I was a kid. I don't have a favorite color now. Like, if I do, it's black, but I just like, I don't think along those lines, but when you're a kid, you have to have those things.
Of course.
And that was the one where the concept, like the very concept of, there's a thing happening on TV and you can hold it in your hand and play with it when that TV show ends. That started with that figure to me. Like that, the entire concept of collecting is centered around that relationship. So I'm gonna go with just regular old OG Raphael, Wave 1 probably, if I was really taking a guess. Playmates TMNT.
Amazing.
Okay, number 9, the Black Friday finds or long game hopes that you have for the rest of the year. Just something you've been like, these eBay things you're talking about, or something that you've just been like, let me wait until the universe presents itself to me instead of chasing this down.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, hopefully, again, we mentioned tomorrow we're going to Chemical Toy Fair. Hopefully somebody is thinking of me.
Yeah.
And bringing in some stuff.
If anything we have proved since we started doing this podcast is that we can manifest toy destiny.
Yeah.
So say it out loud, and maybe it shall appear. It's Toy Biz. Just start talking. Say Toy Biz, and then follow it with something.
But also, I was thinking like Power Rangers. Like I'm trying to I'm almost trying to give the universe something to work with, right? It's like Toy Biz would almost be too sweet.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, if you could throw me a bone with like some Power Rangers.
Godzilla,
so like vintage Godzilla,
Jurassic Park,
exactly. So I think those three are primarily what I'm looking for, at least for the end of the year. And honestly, DC. I mean, I've like mentioned them a couple episodes ago where my DC shelf isn't as good as my Marvel. It's like not as stacked. So every time I look at it, there's always this kind of like this because it's kind of empty.
Yeah.
And that's not because I don't love DC. It's just like, I don't know. I'm going on the quest of getting what obviously what I had when I was younger first. So
nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. How about you?
There's a couple of modern things that I've have liked or followed that I just don't care so much to pay full price for. One of them is the Ringside Collectibles exclusive CM Punk Ultimate, which is like you talk about definitive versions of characters, like that's as definitive as it gets, but it hit retail at $45.
Wow.
And I'm like, if that goes down, then I'll pull the trigger on it. And there's a couple other wrestling figures too, like Jeff Jarrett and Bloody John Moxley, and a couple other ones where they've been sitting in that list. And I'm like, when these get cheaper, if they get cheaper, and if they never do, that's fine too. As far as vintage goes, I am desperate to start my T2 collection, like my Kenner T2 collection, mint on card. But when I say mint, I'm talking like 9 and above.
Wow.
Like, so the reason that it isn't in here and it doesn't exist is I don't trust eBay. But I care about this so much. It's not like the starting lineups or something where I'm like, I can wing it on the it kind of looks okay. I want these like mint. I might even put them in cases, like clamshells, like plastic or something. So I'm really hoping to find some of that T2 line. And it's also been challenging because I'll see Future Wars and I'll see the 3D, but I won't find a mint, just regular Kenner T2 that frequently or ever. I haven't, or I would have it. So that's like the main thing that I'm like crossing my fingers for to begin would be that.
Nice.
Number 10, a Thanksgiving dish that best represents your co-host and why.
I skipped this one at first. I was like, I had to come back to that because I was like, I really have no idea. But then I was like, you know what? John reminds me of the turkey.
Okay.
Because if it had a choice,
bland and sleepy.
Because if the turkey had a choice, it probably wouldn't be there. And I feel like that's what sums it up.
Well, when it comes to Thanksgiving, I want to be there, but everywhere else, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I've got serious JOMO. Okay, I went with rolls.
You jerk. Is it because I have a six-pack? Really?
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
Buttery goodness?
Inoffensive.
Okay.
Right? Like, definitely not going to bother anybody that it's there.
It's true.
No one's going to be like, what are these rolls doing here?
Correct.
But it's always there for you, man. The rolls that people don't even think. Neither one of us named them. Well, you said your mom's homemade bread, but that's different. Nobody names them on their favorite food, but everybody's participating.
Yeah, for sure.
Seems uninteresting. In your case, uninterested.
Okay.
But honestly makes everything better, right?
All right. I like
I've
that.
seen you in social settings sit there completely silent, and then the moment you open your mouth, it's amazing, and then you go right back to being silent, like the basket of rolls sitting there that nobody's paying attention to.
You know what? Throw on some Texas Roadhouse cinnamon butter, and you got yourself a deal.
Okay, this one's exciting. Number 11, the Thanksgiving TV or movie memories.
So this one was challenging because it was like, I guess there are Thanksgiving-esque movies, and I was like, well, what's the first thing that kind of comes to my mind? Or if I had a memory of something that came to my mind. And honestly, just paying homage to the things that make me who I am today. The episode of Seinfeld where Mr. Pitt wants to hold the rope of the Woody Woodpecker parade and the Thanksgiving parade. And that's also the episode where George is driving John Voight's LeBaron. But it's and then he gets bit. Or Kramer gets bit, and he thinks it's John Voight, the actor.
Yeah.
So an amazing convergence of a story that happens there. And then he finds out, in the end, spoiler alert, that it was John Voight, the periodontist, or whatever it's called. Yeah. So, what about you?
So I'm more thinking along the lines of my personal memories of TV and movies that took place around Thanksgiving.
All right.
My family is enormous. We do basically a family reunion every year, and it can be anywhere from 40 to like 65 people. We rent a huge house. My amazing aunts and cousins spend an entire day in the kitchen. The food hits the table for that many people at exactly the time that it's supposed to. Then everybody, all the men go do all the dishes, and it's gone, and there's leftovers packaged up by the time like the next football game starts. It's an astonishing production of just no drama and all food, and it's like my favorite thing that happens in my entire life.
Wow.
That's what happens today.
Okay.
It still was like that when I was a kid, except for all of the elders were raging alcoholics, and some of them were on drugs.
Okay.
You want to talk about a party? Loud party. Like a loud rager that went on for 4 days, 5 days, sometimes, depending on school schedules and work schedules. This was nuts. So when I was a kid, you would need to find a quiet place to go sometimes because like the adults were just going too hard, like being too loud. But luckily, we would kind of rotate through whose house it was at. And at one that was like almost every other year at my Uncle George's house. And he had a jailbroken cable box.
Nice.
So you could watch like the Naked channels. You could get the boxing pay-per-views. And you could get WWF Survivor Series, as mentioned earlier. And initially...
And I watched the Naked channel.
After everyone went to bed, yeah. And I would watch WWF Survivor Series, dude. And and it was, I couldn't hear it because the house was too loud.
Wow.
And I would just be locked in because I was trying to hear it. And then a cousin would come in and call me a loser idiot for watching wrestling or whatever. But I just center that. I don't care about WWE these days. I honestly actually actively dislike that company, but my memories of WWF Survivor Series, the match type, all that stuff is locked in on that. Somewhere along the line, they stopped doing it on Thanksgiving and it switched to somewhere around Thanksgiving, and then I would just watch either the replays of it or as time went on, technology changed. I figured out I'll watch it when I get home, or whatever. Then it switched to my older cousins had the OG UFC VHSs.
Oh, whoa! I remember those.
That was game changing.
That was crazy. It was like a sumo wrestler versus a taekwondo guy.
Yeah,
or whatever.
that was the only time of year because I thought that they had the only tapes in existence.
Yeah.
And so that I just waited until I was I couldn't wait to get back to watch the next one or rewatch it or whatever. So there's a lot of these kind of memories, a lifetime worth, but those are the ones that really, really resonate with me.
That's really interesting because it's so. I mean, it's man, if people, if they question why this stuff is in your room, and it's this goes back to forever.
Yeah, it's not
that right there is something that would be featured in a movie. It's a screenplay idea because it's the loudness of the people partying and it's you watching the TV as it shapes who you become.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For real, yeah.
It's something again.
It's not arbitrary that anything is in here.
No, it's not. It's man, that's why it's those memories right there that make this, which is so, it's almost like this crazy, what you would call that from a psychology,
something is happening to my brain. I won't speak for you from doing this podcast that it's just it's tightening the ratchet of the nostalgia and making it even stronger than it already was and pulling up crazy memory. It's forcing me to think about why and when that I wasn't really, I had lost touch with, I guess.
No, I completely agree. Same.
Number 12, your favorite playset or vehicle or just large thing that felt like a feast.
I never had playsets, which at the time I don't even know if anything that I was collecting had playsets. Truly thinking about it, maybe Lord of the Rings, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of a.
It was kind of the non-playset era.
Toy Biz kind of missed the boat on that.
Yeah, I mean they had the X-Jet and stuff like that. I could be wrong.
The individual toys probably had the most playability. But they definitely weren't doing the sets.
Yeah, they didn't have too many, other than what I mentioned earlier, the X-Men 2000 Statue of Liberty had. Yeah. But one time my cousin came over who was younger than I was, and I after figuring out and deducing that where all of my Marvel Legends disappeared was when he and I were playing, and he had some and I had some, and then whoever picked it up put it all in the same box, which was his box, and he left, and never to see them again.
Where's he live at?
Right now, I should ask him.
What's his address?
That's a good question. Well, it was back then it was some small Texas western town. Okay. So who knows? But I should ask him for sure if he still has any of those, just to see, because I would love to get those back, obviously. But there was and looking this up, I had to remember the name of it. But it was older than what I anticipated because he was younger. But it was a cartoon or TV show called Rescue Heroes.
Okay.
From 1999 to however, I don't even know, maybe 2006 or something like that. But it was a Rescue Heroes tower playset. and it was really big. The toys were kind of crappy. They were like the design where they have massive hands.
Yeah, I remember.
And massive
I can picture
feet. Yeah. But the playset was super sick. It was like your kind of Batcave-esque control tower. And I remember like thinking like, wow, that's just like baby stuff. That's baby stuff. And then it just like more and more, it just like started to get itchy for it. Because I was like, dude, this thing looks like what I need it to look like. And it had a voice recording thing where like you could just push this button and just talk into it, and then it would just record your voice, and then you could play it back. So you could be like, you know, whatever. And
Talk boy.
Yeah, we would do that all the time. Like say, you know, butt face or something like that in there, and then it would just say it back or whatever. But that was me.
I just went with the obvious. It's the Hasbro ring. It's the blue WWF Hasbro ring with the big gold WWF in the middle and the American flag. Mine had blue posts, rounded blue posts. There's also ones with black posts and flat tops because a kid got really badly hurt and they changed them.
Wow. Really quick, how much does it cost?
Presently,
Yeah.
In box, probably around like $600-700,
Okay.
and that's like if you can find one minty. You can get a loose one in really, really bad shape for like $100.
Dang,
I'm keeping
right.
my eyes peeled on eBay. I'm trying to find one that. This is another thing like the T2 where I don't trust the eBay pictures enough. I can get one, dismantle it, run it through the dishwasher, and buy new stickers and ropes for it and refresh it. That's what I want to do. But
Yeah.
it was a type of plastic that like sliced, like got like gouges in it, and it's like tough to see that in pictures. But that was a feast to me because all of my toys went inside of it, and it was, you know, setting up entire fig feds, and this guy's champion, and these guys are tag team champions, and this guy turned on this guy, and like that was playing, and like, you know, put it behind your back and then pull out a different one, and that means he changed clothes and all this kind of stuff. Like, so the ring was, it just represents everything we're talking about to me, and I'm trying to find like the one, and I'll probably put it front and center. Like I saw somebody, I think on Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, they showed one of their fans display, and he had it on the wall, like this way, and I was like, oh, I'm doing that.
That's sick.
Yeah. Like that looks incredible. So that's like a very top priority project for me. Number 13. This one doesn't apply to you so much, but maybe you've got an answer for it. Number 13, a modern figure or line you're thankful exists. Something you thought you'd never see. It might be, maybe it's one that you're glad it exists, you're just not collecting it.
Yeah, that one was hard. I actually left it blank, which I didn't realize I did, but I think it's because I couldn't think of one.
Yeah.
Because there really isn't something that's like moving me today. I'm going to let you go first. I'll try to come up with something.
There's a lot that I just get juiced about, like every time we do the, not lately on the news, but in general on the news. But the one that I went with, and this might come as a surprise, is the Monday Night Wars. The WWE Mattel Monday Night Wars line is incredible, and a good portion of my collection now has been built out of that line. This whole NWO display is almost entirely Monday Night Wars. Like a lot of it's Walmart, that's the problem, not Mattel, not the line. The box is great, the Build-A-Figures are great, the character selection is great, the potential for the future is great. I love the Monday Night Wars, and it is very much just, they said, hey, guys in their 30s and 40s, remember this? It's exactly what I'm looking for. It just so happens that it's Walmart exclusive, and that part of it is the dribbling poops. But I love that line so much. Like, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I like, obviously you love I love the idea that all of these things are out right now. I mean, it's like, it's good to see that this stuff is like flourishing the way that it is. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe some things that maybe I thought I would never see would probably be like crossover type stuff, maybe between like two different brands. But even then, I don't know. I mean, it's cool to see. I'll just say, like, in general, it's cool to see that there's like, I guess, referencing what you mentioned earlier about being ashamed of liking the things that you like. I mean, I went into Target the other day and I had never seen a more crowded toy section in my life.
Yeah.
And it was everybody that was either my age, couples. It was all over the place. And I was like, just sitting in the toy aisle with like 2 or 3 other guys that were my age that were looking at all 3 like separate different things. And I was like, wow, this is a crazy time that we live in. It almost felt kind of weird. It was almost like, what are you guys doing here? You know? But yeah, so I would say like just in general, I think again, I was hate on modern collecting because of what it's doing to the market. But I love the idea that people can live and love the things that they love and that it's available to them.
Number 14, what is your favorite leftover figure? A peg warmer that you have that ended up being pretty awesome.
For me, that is there's just like a G.I. Joe Ross find.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like I wouldn't probably buy them brand new, but if I found them at Ross for $5 or whatever it is, it's like that's worth getting just because it comes with weapons. Like they're fun to just pull out of the package and just explore.
That was a great unboxing experience every single time. Yeah, good call. I have a handful. Like I'm pretty good at the long game. Yeah. Like there's ones that you and I will, the moment it comes out, you go, that's going to be $5 eventually.
Yeah.
The one for me that I was shocked when I opened the package, and it was almost a utilitarian purchase as just a filler, was Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Card Tombstone. I was like, I like Tombstone. I don't care about Tombstone, but I need him. He's part of the display. So let me wait until he goes on clearance, and then I'll get it. And I did, and I opened it, and I was like, this thing rules.
Yeah,
it's way bigger than I thought it was. The crowbar is cool. The face sculpt is cool. I was like, I really, really like this figure.
It does what it needs to do.
Yeah. So like every once in a while, something goes to clearance that kind of didn't deserve to. Maybe they just don't have the popularity or whatever, but that for me it was Tombstone.
Cool.
Last question: if you could invite any action figure character to Thanksgiving dinner, who and why?
So mine would be the JSA DC Universe classics, all of them. So I'd go Wildcat, Starman, Dr. Midnight, Jay Garrick Flash, Alan Scott, Green Lantern, like all of those characters, Sandman. I think that would be awesome because a lot of the cover art for that comic in particular or that group is always around a table.
Okay.
And I would just love for somebody to be like, hey guys, let's take a photo. And it's the JSA and then me. Hey!
Cheesing with the JSA.
Exactly. So that's mine.
Okay, that's awesome. Like as soon as you said JSA, I pictured them at a table. Just put a tray. They get along with your folks.
Exactly. Oh, they're old fashioned. You know, they're like from the 40s and 50s. So
okay, so for me, like I said, my core Thanksgiving memories are a raging party that goes on for days and days. And honestly, there's a part of me now that's like, I'm glad it's not happening and people are healthier and it's like you could have a conversation. But there's another part of me that's like, that's how I grew up, and I kind of wish some people would get buck wild. Yeah. So I'm inviting Stone Cold Steve Austin to dinner. He's going to be clanging the beers together, and he's going to be going, what? And he's going to get, I don't know if it's a work or a shoot, brother. He's going to get the party going. He seems like he could fit all tones that things might go, but if it needs to get cranked up, that he would be the person doing it.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy where you could like have a good talk with at the fire at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Or if you needed to get rowdy, he'd get rowdy.
Yeah, so I'm going Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's got to come to dinner. Side story, dude at martial arts told me he has had dinner with Stone Cold Steve Austin because he dated his niece. That was revelatory.
That's insane.
And then when I was giving him crap for secretly having met all these famous people, and he goes, because he's like, there's not that many other ones. And he's like, there's like, Harrison Ford. I was like, what are you talking about?
Just two of the most famous people in certain populations.
Yeah. Okay, guys, that was our Thanksgiving survey. I'm very, very curious to know the Toy Soldiers' answers to some of these questions. You could do all of them or some of them, but get at us at Mighty Champions. Let us know what kind of memories this might have conjured up for you. And thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
I'm thankful because I'm rich and you're not. I'm thankful for having Damien and the DDT. You know what we're thankful for? We don't have to fight each other! Oh, yeah. I am thankful that I am the only man worthy of being the Macho King. Oh, yeah. I'm thankful for the privilege of living right here in the good old US of A. Tough guy. I'm thankful I've got the big earthquake on my side.
What I'm thankful for Thanksgiving? For my polka dots.
I'm thankful for the judges I serve. I'm thankful for wrestling, cutting, and strutting.
I'm thankful for my good looks.
I'm thankful for having the most ravishing body in the WWF.
I'm thankful because I ain't Ricky Rude.
I am thankful for being the world's smartest man.
I'm thankful for being absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we're thankful for having sardine stuffing and our turkey tonight!
I'm thankful for spending Thanksgiving with all the members of the Heenan family.
Thanksgiving every day, but especially this day, as the Warriors give me the intensity to deliver the power at Survivor Series. It is going to be a war!